Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
It's been a week since the special CBI court in Lucknow delivered its verdict in the Babri Masjid demolition case, and the opposition has been doing a lot of talking. But on the Hathras incident, on the issue of the verdict on the Babri Masjid demolition case, what we've seen from the opposition leaders is stone silence. Whether it's Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, his sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, or opposition leaders in UP like former chief ministers Mayawati as well as Akhilesh Yadav, there has been no statement on the Babri Masjid yet. Of course, there has been a lot of protest, a lot of questioning of the government of the UP government on the Hathras incident, which is the alleged gang rape of a Dalit girl. But the Babri issue has only seen deafening silence. Now let's talk about the two incidents separately and understand why the opposition is targeting the Modi government or the Yogi government on one issue while keeping completely quiet on the other. The Hathras incident, in a way, is a low-hanging fruit for the opposition to use as to target the Yogi government, to question the BJP. Rightly so, it's important that the issue is highlighted. It's important that the opposition pick up the issue. The kind of protests we've seen Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi do, they are important, they are crucial, and that is what is required of any political leader. But the sign of a true politician, a true political leader, is to stand up for all their constituents, all their voters, and not do it selectively. And by not taking up the Babri Masjid issue, by not talking about it, they have let their Muslim voters down. Well, Hathras, in a way, it's law and order in the Yogi government has always been under question. The rape, or the alleged rape of a young girl, of a lower caste young girl, is an issue that any political leader worth her or his salt will pick up. That is also, as I mentioned, an easy issue to target the Yogi government and the BJP on, because there is only one right here. It's not a contested issue. It's not a divisive issue. Women's issues will never quite cost you. If you take them up, you may or may not gain using them, talking about them, but it'll never quite cost you, which is true for all these political parties, whether it's Congress, whether it's SP or it's BSP. As far as Hathras is concerned, whether or not they gain any political ground by the movements that they have put forth, by the movement that they've started, is something that we'll see only in the months to come. But they have nothing to lose. The only tricky part in the Hathras incident could have been caste and the possibility of annoying the higher castes, the upper caste to which the accused belong. But that also doesn't hold true, because BSP's entire politics is based on Dalit empowerment. Samajwadi Party has never quite targeted the upper castes as their vote bank, and increasingly the Congress has been moving towards a combination of Dalit, Muslims and OBCs in Uttar Pradesh. In fact, the fact that Ajay Lalu, who is from the OBC community, is its UP chief, quite shows that. Babri Masjid, on the other hand, is a delicate issue, it's a sensitive issue, and it requires tightrope walking. Now, at the very outset, let me say, I know this is a court verdict. There's only so much that you can say or question a court verdict, but political parties, political leaders are astute enough to make their points without getting on the wrong side of courts. And yet, none of these leaders have spoken up on the issue. Congress, of course, did issue a formal statement, but Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi, who are forever active on Twitter to question the government and who have now taken to the streets on the Hathras incident, have not bothered to say anything. It is, of course, trickier for the Congress because it was in 1989 that Rajiv Gandhi, former Prime Minister, who talked about a Ram Rajya, who opened the gates in Ayodhya for the Shilanyas. Decades later, his son, of course, is the Gujjani Hudhari Brahmin. So the Congress strategy of flirting with soft Hindutva is what is holding it back from talking about the verdict, essentially in which the court has said that while the mosque was demolished, while it was pulled down, it wasn't a conspiracy, it wasn't pre-planned, and hence nobody really needs to be punished for it. SP-BSP, on the other hand, are clearly worried about BJP's aggressive majoritarian Hindutva, which has pushed all the opposition parties into a corner where it becomes difficult for them to stand up for their Muslim voter in the face of the Modi-Amit Shah strategy of running the country and of how they play their politics. All three parties have always claimed to stand up for Muslims. The Congress has always claimed to be secular. Samajwadi Party's formula in Uttar Pradesh has been the Yadav Muslim vote, as has been BSP's essentially the Jatav Muslim votes. But now that it's time to speak up for the Muslim voter, now that it is time to speak up on the issue, all these parties, all these leaders seem to have fallen completely silent. What does this tell us? Well, in a way, it tells us that BJP's version of Hindutva may have won, because at the end of the day, it has forced these opposition parties to play to its tunes. It has forced the opposition parties to not talk about an issue like this and to not dare to speak up for the Muslim voter. In fact, after the Supreme Court ruling last year, which paved the way for the construction of the Ram temple at the disputed site, SP, BSP were quick to welcome the verdict. They were quick to welcome the construction of the Ram temple. So what we are seeing now is that there is a shift towards soft Hindutva, or if not soft Hindutva, there is at least a shift away from speaking up for the Muslim voters from all of these opposition parties, especially given that elections in Uttar Pradesh are due in 2022. None of these political parties want to annoy the majority voter, which is the Hindu voter, and hence in that sense they have kept quiet. But as I've argued through this video, Hathras and Babri are not either or issues. Both are important issues. If one is about standing up for women and Dalits, the other is about standing up for Muslim voter. And it's important that these big opposition parties who've always relied on Muslim votes stand up for their constituency, stand up for their voters. So far, however, what we have seen from them is deafening silence, which actually speaks louder than all their microphone blaring speeches that they have given over these years. For more, log on to our website, theprint.in, to read my column, Politics.